First of all, I would like to give a warm and loving shout out to all of you who made this possible. I started this journey around 2.5-ish years ago, maybe almost 3 at this point. I was unsure of what I was going to be getting myself into. I was unsure and I was scared. Looking back now, I'm still scared, but that's what makes this whole journey worth it. If you don't do things that make you scared or give you a little bit of fear, what's the sense of doing them, is what I've always heard. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and welcome back to another BandMaid video. As promised, we are doing the Kanami documentary series from Orange. He's got so much great content. I can't wait to dive into more of his stuff. I've heard you guys loud and clear from the video that I posted yesterday. Pretty sure I know which song I'm going to be doing after this one, so probably going to be a double dunk on that one as well. So there's a hint. Okay, so we are moving on to Kanami in the Orange documentary series of BandMaid. So once again, thank you guys so much for being here. I genuinely really appreciate you. And what's the word? Po!
Now that we've talked about Psyche, I have to introduce you to her biggest fan. But you know her already, right? She has at least 2 personalities. Both of them love Psyche more than anything, and she is, with the help of the other members, the genius who writes BandMaid songs since 2015.
Oh, wow.
Even though her name and persona change as soon as she holds a guitar, let me present you Kanami. Kanami was born on September 28th in Kanagawa, a prefecture very close to Tokyo, which includes the cities of Yokohama and Kawasaki. She is the youngest child of her family with an older brother and sister. During her childhood, her parents wanted her to participate in a lot of various activities, so she tried ballet, piano, calligraphy, English, and a lot more. But in the end, she only kept playing piano.
I've always wanted to learn how to play piano. I have a couple songs of my own where I feature my MIDI keyboard, which I'm just kind of finding notes on my own. But I would love to professionally learn how to play piano. That's always been one of my musical dreams.
Even though she was a
Beautiful.
quiet child, she became more and more active as she was growing up. You might think that rock music hit her at an early age, but it was only when she was 17 and joined a music club in her school as a keyboardist that she fell into the genre. Kanami didn't stick too long with the keyboard as she learned guitar to be popular with the girls. That's right, she wanted to look cool in front of the other girls.
Nice.
Only Kanami could come up with a story like that.
Chicks dig scars and guitars.
And you know what? It worked. The girls talked a lot about how cool she was when she played guitar. Well done, Kanami. Well done.
Yeah, well done for
However,
sure.
she also talked about how Room 335 by Larry Carlton moved her.
Oh,
and
wow.
how this song in particular is a starting point of...
I would like to listen to some Larry Carlton, kind of check out some influences. This is what we were talking about on the last documentary, about how I'm really excited to learn individually the influences that kind of make them tick.
Kanami wanting to get serious with her guitar playing. At first, she played alone to practice and improve her skills. Then she joined a classmate's band and learned to play a lot of Western hard rock songs from bands like Kiss, Deep Purple, and Metallica.
Nice.
It was also during her high school senior year that Kanami started to write songs. But once she got to university, she decided to become a singer/songwriter. She was going to a regular university as her parents decided for her. She studied economics and management to be able to learn about the music industry and how to promote herself as a musician/singer/songwriter.
That's so awesome, and it's such a smart way to go about doing that. I remember learning in school, not necessarily things that would kind of set me up for my future. I did learn some stuff that probably don't need to know anymore, but it's cool to have that information. But yeah, it definitely feels like the professionalism from all the maids started really young because they saw their goal and they just went after it.
Time. She wrote songs, sang, played acoustic and electric guitar, and also played her solos.
I love that color of that guitar.
With all these skills, Kanami kept working alone and learned programming to create her own songs. The only problem was that she didn't really like to sing. Yes, you heard me. Kanami didn't like to sing. It sounds weird, right? As she seems to love doing backup vocals with Band Maid. But Kanami wanted to be a professional musician, so she took some singing lessons anyway because she didn't want to be a bad singer. So she kept practicing and
if I'm saying so myself, I've paused a lot in this first 4 minutes, so I apologize. I'm a terrible singer. Just throwing that out there.
Also posted her songs and cover videos on Nico Nico and YouTube. Unfortunately, those videos are not available anymore.
Aww.
But Kanami did some other covers, like this one.
Oh, they're covering One OK Rock songs. That's awesome. She's not just covering it, she's crushing it.
I'm sure you can see where I'm going, right? A little someone you already know found Kanami's videos and contacted her through the talent agency during the year 2013. They met, Miku played some songs to Kanami to see if she was willing to join, and she immediately said yes. Even the maid outfit wasn't a problem for Kanami, as she used to wear the same kind of outfit during a school culture festival just a few years before.
I like how in Psyche's version, we learned that she was into the band and they had to hide the maid outfits from her, or the idea of the maid outfits from her, before she would accept. Kanami meets Miku, probably has a 15-minute conversation, and she says, wow, this girl is 100% serious. Oh, we can wear maid outfits? All right, I'm cool with that.
Please note that Kanami is the only member
Oh,
of
that is a
Band Maid
great
who didn't
outfit.
even hesitate to join when being informed that every member will have to wear a maid outfit during live performances. That's our girl. Now that Kanami is part of Band Maid, the female hard rock band
Oh my God, that's a beautiful shot.
songs and
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Hold on.
during live performances.
What a great band photo that was.
Now that Kanami is part of Band,
that is entrancing. What a great shot. Oh my God. That is such a great picture. I love that Akane's drum set is set up behind her. Wow, dude. Wow, dude.
the female hard rock band started to record songs, and even though Kanami wrote songs for a while, all the lyrics and arrangements were provided by other songwriters. Of course, she tried to write song after song for almost 3 years, but they were rejected by management. Finally, Psyche believed in Kanami's songwriting talent, which is one of the main reasons why she kept writing again and again. If there are people close to me who accept my music, I must do my best.
Oh, what a great quote.
We are now in 2016 for the release of Brand New Maid.
8 years ago.
The third studio album from Band Maid with 8 brand new songs. I chose to talk about this album in particular because something changed for our 5 talented musicians. This time, they wrote and arranged their very first song.
Oh, I love those harmonies.
This is a huge step for our little band, and a lot more. is coming. For their next single, called YOLO, released just 6 months later,
Oh, that's so
they
cool.
used some parts of the arrangement of an old song Kanami wrote before joining Band Maid. The rest of the songs were written by the band, as almost all of their future songs, even now. If you look at the details in the music and arrangement, the last song that wasn't 100% Band Maid is Smile, a song released in January 2019 as a B-side of the single named Bubble. As she started playing guitar more than 10 years ago, Kanami owns and has borrowed many over the years. She shared pictures of a few of them from time to time on her Twitter account and on her Instagram. If you've heard of the brand Addictone, you might be interested to learn that they have created a model especially named after Kanami in
Really?
2 colors, red and green.
That
But
is
there is
awesome.
one brand that we are used to seeing more often with Kanami during her latest performance.
PRS. Paul Reed Smith. Final answer.
And it's PRS.
They're fantastic guitars. I mean, they are amazing guitars.
In fact, she started to use a PRS guitar in 2016 with a model 408 Fire Red Burst, borrowed from a guitarist amongst Band Maid's crew. You can easily see if Kanami plays with a PRS guitar because she only has the ones with the bird inlays on the neck, and Kanami seems to love them.
So, backstory. There's a band called Opeth. Opeth uses PRS guitars. Before I knew anything about guitar brands or branding, I was watching a live concert of Opeth do a song called The Drapery Falls. Wow, I can't believe I can remember that. The Drapery Falls. It is an amazing song. It's roughly like 8 to 9 minutes long. That's what Opeth does. They just have incredible musical masterpieces that are like Dream Theater in the sense that they're like 8 to 13 minutes long. Just packed full of just intense emotion. But the guitar player and singer of Opeth and the other guitar player also use PRS guitars. When I did not know anything about this brand, the only thing I knew is they were the guitar with the birds on the inlays. And that alone was enough for me to say, I would like a PRS guitar. And then you find out that the quality of the guitars and then the name of the company is just so huge. Like, it just makes a ton of sense that Paul Reed Smith, a.k.a. PRS, makes amazing guitars and that Kanami would want to play their guitars. What a great fellow musician to let her use that guitar. They're not cheap guitars. I know that she's not, or any of the maids, are shy about the music that, or the equipment that they use. But this, PRS is a huge staple in the guitar community.
Remember when I told you that Kanami's persona changes as soon as she plays the guitar? Well, even she is not aware of these changes, but the other members mentioned this aspect of her personality a few times. Saiki and Miku talked about Kanami during the second pilot episode of Band Maid Nippon.
まずはじゃあギターのかなみちゃん、
はい。
なんだろう、小鳩が多分一番バンドメイドでやばいって
思われてる
んですけど、こうかなみちゃんはなかなかだと小鳩は思うっぽ
ギター持つとも
すごいう
なんかキャラが変わるんだよね。
人がもう違うっぽ、
オラオラしてるんだよね。
オラオラ
かっこいい
だ
感じになっ
し、
ちゃう
すごくこうのけぞってギター弾いちゃうみたいなで普段はそんな自分が前にっていうタイプじゃかなみちゃんないけど、ギターソロになるともう誰よりも前に出ますみたいな、
私を見て
なるっぽなるっぽ。
Oh, you want to see it for yourself?
Yeah.
All right. I think I have it on tape somewhere. Let's see.
Just you wait.
No, that's not the one. There.
I was just about to say, oh man, we just did a video from this concert, and then we get hit with the shut up.
you are. Well, be prepared for some crazy
Oh, I'm prepared. Oh my God. Oh my God, you're so Jimi Hendrix right now. Oh my God. That was badass. Look at Miku cheering her on. I love it. Oh, she kicked the cymbal.
So, you still don't believe me?
Oh my
All right.
God.
Let's watch this one then. You'll see the switch.
切り替えを見ましょう。あ、
ねえやめてよ恥ずかしいよ
See? I told you. Anyway, let's talk about Kanami's playstyle. If you didn't already know, I'm no musician, so I won't be able to give you any relevant elements regarding her playstyle. Fortunately, I have some special guests to help me with this part. You might already know them and watch their videos on YouTube, but today, they each have 60 seconds to talk about Kanami.
Oh, wow.
Gentlemen, the mic is yours.
60 seconds is not enough time to
Oh
talk
my God,
about
Wave Potter.
what makes Kanami special as a guitarist. But let's start with the fact that she was classically trained on piano. She's a genius composer. She structures the musicality, instrumentals of the BAND-MAID songs, yet she brings it to her band and doesn't let her ego get in the way of them, helping her to perfect the sound. Everything is driven for making the best song possible. She's also such a rock star on stage, even though she seems to have a timid, shy personality, but she's also goofy and has fun interacting with her bandmates. But the number one thing I love about Kanami is she writes some face-melting riffs and guitar solos that is very important for a rock guitarist to do. And she's able to stuff so many riffs into each song and make it flow so well without detracting from the other music.
That's
but
true.
Creating a cool soundscape foundation. And that's why you shut up while Kanami is speaking.
There are a lot of guitarists in this world that are really fantastic. Very fast, precise, clean, and can do pretty much anything with a guitar that they need to be able to do. But I find that there are very few guitarists in the history of music that are able to communicate with people via the guitar. There's a difference between just playing the notes and having that guitar sing to you. People like Jimmy Page, people like Carlos Santana, Slash from Guns N' Roses, I think that they all have this special it factor. It's something that is almost impossible to put your finger on. It's an intangible quality. But ultimately, I think it comes down to having this extra creative bone in your body. Let's call it the Page bone. And I think Kanami absolutely has that. Whenever I listen to any of those guitarists, but Kanami most modernly, she's capable of making me feel like she's actually having a dialogue with me between my ears and her guitar.
That's an interesting point, because there are times when I'm listening to specific solos and I actually feel like I'm hearing what that musician is saying with those notes. And specifically, the Choose Me song, which I've heard. Daydreaming, I cannot go back to Daydreaming enough. Everything about that song just sings to me. I'm not familiar with this gentleman, but I am 100% agreeing with what he has to say. He definitely knows what he's talking about, and I 100% agree with the fact that Kanami can communicate bilingually through music. Very cool.
Even though it's a one-sided dialogue, I feel like I'm understanding what she's trying to say with the guitar. And that's authentic and it's genuine. I think that all just comes down to creativity. Things that she is able to do, ways that her brain is able to work, just like those other guitarists I mentioned from the past, that I think most people can't even conceive of, and us normals out there really can't even put it into words or put it into thoughts. I really feel like she has that. And it's something that's very special.
Something that contributes to Kanami's excellent
Oh my God.
guitar
Everybody's
style
in this video.
is her ability to have many techniques down on the electric guitar that help you craft your own style. Meaning she has tapping and sweeping down where you can mix those two. Like if you were to go sweeping down the guitar and halfway through you start tapping with your fingers. So her ability to mix those techniques together is something that really contributes to her style of playing.
I do like a lot of the Dicodec videos. Dicodec. I need this shirt. I know that their online shop just opened up. I'm going to have to go do some searching and perusing before the day is over. Wonderful insight from actual musicians who understand what Kanami is doing. Oh, he's got a PRS guitar right there. Well, would you look at that?
This reminds me of guitarists like Santana, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, Slash, and I don't mean in the way of their playing. I actually mean in the way of when I go listen to these guitarists, I know that is that guitarist playing. So if Kanami is playing, I know that's her playing when I'm listening to a Band Maid song. It's like if we subbed her out with Jimi Hendrix or Slash, I would instantly know that Jimi Hendrix or Slash is playing in a Band Maid song. I wonder what that would sound like. That is something most guitarists dream to achieve, and sometimes don't even get to that or having that unique sound where they're instantly recognizable.
So what is it about Kanami that I like so much? When you have a guitarist that does nothing but serve the song from creation to finish, never
Keyword there, serve.
worried about ego. Her solos are not solos, they're ensembles. The whole band gets a show. Everybody gets to support everybody else. It's always about the song. It's always about the song.
It's always about the music.
On that note, within that context, she can still do things that only a few other guitarists have done to me. Make me like cry from hearing her solo and what she puts into it and what she communicates through it. Stevie Ray Vaughan's done that, and Kanami Tono. So, you know,
Damn, that's a huge list. Holy crap.
Without even knowing what the lyrics are being said in the song. What she brings is creativity and structure to emotion, and in presenting that, she just executes it perfectly. And she can do it with using simple structures. She can do it using incredibly complex structures, really simple riffs, really complex riffs. It doesn't matter. Whatever serves the song is what Kanami does. I think we're all kind of better off for it.
Thanks for taking the time to share your thoughts. I'm sure that many of you have some ideas and feelings in common with our fellow Gaijin guys, and maybe some thoughts of your own. It's one of the things that makes Kanami special. Let's move on to the end of our journey. Kanami has loved music since her childhood and did everything to pursue her dreams.
Akane was just playing a flam box. That makes me very happy.
She worked very hard during her school years. She learned guitar after many years of playing the piano. She also learned how to write a song and even taught herself audio programming. She started on her own before finally joining a band to strengthen her skills, to end up making covers on the internet. And after joining Band Maid, she kept writing even though her songs weren't selected. But she never gave up and continued for all those years thanks to her fellow bandmates' support. Until her hard work finally paid off. And for many years now, Band Maid members write and compose their own songs. She wanted to be able to do it all and become a professional musician, and with Band Maid, Kanami became one. In the end, Kanami's story is about determination, hard work, and a strong bond between the band members, because without each other's support, I'm sure that Band Maid would be very different from
So
what
wholesome.
we know today.
また君に落ちてく
Wow. Wow. Let's see if we can summarize 3 things that we learned about Kanami. 1, she was not afraid to wear the maid outfit. That was not anything that was going to shy her away from joining this group and furthering her musical career and profession. Number 2, she did not necessarily enjoy singing. And I think this is just my opinion, I think that it had to do with being the voice and the music. I'm just speculating. Being the voice and the music is a lot to undertake, you know? Some people can do it very well. Some people can do it, let it kind of tread on through with the path that they're going for. The fact that she went from that to not wanting to do that to doing the backup vocals for Band Maid, as well as just being the forefront shredder and an incredible inspiration to those others, especially younger girls in Japan. That's huge. And number 3, she did not play PRS guitars from the beginning. She was loaned a PRS guitar, and then it kind of took over from there. A Dictone was the guitar brand that she used before, and I was actually staring at the headstock trying to figure out what brand of guitar that was. All in all, I believe that we're just scratching the surface on what else I need to learn. After watching this, the next Band Maid song that I listen to after watching this is going to be probably the best song that I've heard up until that point, just because of the fact of all the context that I'm receiving from this amazing documentary series. So, for our next video, after going through all of the comments that I was left on my last video yesterday, it looks like we have a winner for the next reaction song on our way to the Akane documentary series. It looks like it's Sayana Kidori, but this is going to be our first official double dunk in a very long time. So those of you who don't know what double dunk means, that means that we're going to do 2 versions of the song Sayonara Kidori. The album song from Conqueror, I believe it's on, and then we're going to do the official live acoustic version from the same concert that we watched Catharsis from. Pretty sure that I'm going to watch that entire concert. I would like for us to do it together, so I think that the best way to do that would probably be on Twitch or some form of live streaming platform. So yeah, I think that's settled. Next video, double dunk, Sayonara Kidori. We're going to do the album version as well as the acoustic live version. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel out a lot. I want to spread my love of music to everyone all over the world, and specifically, Japanese metal music. And in this instance, I want to get as many people listening to Band Maid as I possibly can. So thank you very much for being here. I genuinely appreciate you. Literally waking up every day and checking my phone to see comments, suggestions, really makes my day worthwhile. And I really appreciate that. Bye!